Hello, you beautiful people, and
It's time to create your own path.
welcome back to Let's Play Biomutant, where we are on the way back. Well, not back. I think we have not yet been. Okay, I can skip it. Nice. We have not yet been at the Tree of Life. So let's then go there and find the dude we need to talk to. If we are, so to say, able to find him. No, jump, boy! Okay, it just respawns, right? But I would say we are a little bit wrong, right? No, he's on the other side. Okay. I'm not even certain if we need to get up here. Sorry, buddy, for leaving you behind, but I couldn't do anything about it. Okay, let me... I know, I again have the urge to take the materials with us, but I think it is not necessary right now. I have no clue how to get to him. Ah, okay, there's an entry down there. Alright. Sorry, but this one we are gonna take with me.
There are tough times ahead, no matter where you go.
You are right. Well, I don't know if there are tough times anymore. This is what I say is weird. Okay, there's the entry. That we don't have teleportation fast travel spots here. Thank you, give it to me. The Masterplan. Oh, I already read it out the last episode, I think, right? The Masterplan. Let's see what the Masterplan is. And there's a fast travel
some wood
thingy.
scrap. Always happy to find that.
We are, of course, gonna mark it. And then
Let's see.
And then I am very curious. Oh, and there we finally see him. The dude called Out of Date. And I wonder what is gonna...
It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above.
That seems to be some sort of spaceship, right? Is he a space traveler?
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds. You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility. He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots.
Come Reaper.
What do you think his are? He's the one that's called Out of Date, remember?
Far come mako to far ti taba.
Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone.
Mao keto tolu ayadre.
Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things.
Put the water.
If you continue to do good, good will follow you.
Lua tolu dum.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark.
Tu lua ba volua.
He hopes you're right. He gets that you mean the journey continues either way, but personally he wants the tree to survive.
Iboda kilmok.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees.
Koyetu koweboy.
He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core.
Weta gono.
The contamination disrupted what we now know as key energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate.
Ya you mawa.
He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head.
Ya you mawa.
It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real.
Loma tuaha.
He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground.
Loma tuaha.
The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out.
Le ya yato.
The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end.
Tai miss.
He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
When you've completed all quests for a character, you can offer them one of the 4 seats on the Ark. Your allied tribe Sifo and Out of Date already have seats, but think hard about who to bring with you before offering someone a seat, as you won't be able to change your mind. Depending on your aura, some characters might decline your invitation.
Mao maoya.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Oloi bo bopaweg.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Noko in the east.
Miami.
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Noko.
Bilia antuf.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Noko and making sure she gets what she needs is up to you. That doesn't sound good. Out of Date was spot on. The hoof puff needs to be stopped.
Atu wamawa.
Out of Date says that Noko is worried now that the Eastern World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Bilia antuf.
He explains that Noko keeps a fabled steed that she has planned to ride out to the World Eater, but needs help to get it prepared.
Bilia antuf.
Out of Date suggests that you should head east as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
Ayamu aya.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Vunko vuntu.
Understands you have things to do.
Okay. If you fear that the narrator is talking too often while exploring, you can reduce the frequency of the narrator's comments in the settings. Audio. It makes sense that they offer that at, well, so to say, in the last act of the game. Here I cannot fast travel there. Where's the closest? Oh goodness, it's over here. Okay, we are mounted.
Give your mount a pat and pick a path.
And then we fast travel over here. We are probably... Okay, I need to leave this vicinity. what I wanted to say there, I'm not sure whether we are going to reach her in time. And on the other hand, I'm not totally sure how many we have, how many quests for the side characters we have so far completed. That is a little bit of a downside. And there I was bragging about, well, that feels like the end of the game. Not completely. Okay, can we make the... Okay, I think we could even arrive at her in time.
Zapped! Those skulls aren't going to crack themselves. Who can stand against that?
Okay, quickly back to the mount and then we will on our way. So there will be still a few episodes coming up. That's good to know. I was really already feeling that we were really at the end and that we would be needed to make a decision and then be gone here. So we definitely need to go to the left, that is for certain. Let's call in our friendly boy.
You need to point its face in the right direction.
Maybe I should turn the narrator down a little bit. But it would be even more boring. Well, even more boring, yes, good, nicely said.
Super effective. Lightning up.
Okay. Yes, you see it, I'm still taking everything with me, although we don't need those points, definitely not. A little bit sad, maybe you could argue, obviously, that was my misguided decision not to, you know, put some points into resistances. But we basically, this is what I don't really understand. I thought that we would have to do way more with the radiation zones or the cold zones, fire zones, whatever you want to call them. Which we did not. That feels a little bit weird. But maybe that was just because of my weird playstyle.
The Gnote pen. Noko never leaves this place. She's always put the living things first.
Kuri kumbala muma. Asana yotpa.
Nooks isn't an easy language, but at least it's manageable. She says she is so happy to see you again.
It's intended.
She wonders if you remember her. She's Noko. She let you ride her Majut when you were a kid.
Masamal.
Noko remembers you used to chase around with so much energy and is glad to see you haven't lost any of that spark.
Dropalo.
But that's all long gone now, though. Memories show us where we've been, not where we're going.
Kanaruta.
Seems reluctant to even say its name. It's become personal to her too, since it's taken so many of her innocent gnotes as prey.
Kanyala no toro.
Noko remembers those days too, but she never lets herself wallow in them, no matter how tempting that can be.
Kanyala no toro.
She sees you're back to buck with Lupa Lupin. Can't see how there's any way to avoid that now. Not for long, at least.
Narolute.
She says the horrors of your younger days were enough to ruin anyone, but not you. You've got all that cheer about you still.
Domale tuk.
Noko says history is like the trail you've been on. You can walk back down it any time you like until it's worn smooth. But you get to blaze your own trail from here.
Domale tuk.
Then you are stronger than her. She can't help wanting Looper Lupin to pay for what he did to her Gnotes, despite the fact it's against her nature.
Everything's so bright.
I mean, sure, if you like that sort of thing.
Just close your eyes if reality's too much for you.
You're too much for me.
Only because you're not used to watching a winner.
Pial tuma.
Asks how many paths you've wandered in the world, and if you ever wonder about what might have changed if you'd taken different ones.
Domale tuk.
You can't do everything you want, can't go everywhere, can't see everything, only what you can.
Sana jode.
So happy the world is going to live, would have been crushed to see all the Gnotes die with it.
Monidasa.
Likes that you stood up for the world and spurred your way toward helping it out.
Arialoche nui mumera.
Glad you saw the light with the myriad. They always bring a sparkliness to any day, and sometimes the nights do.
Andro.
They're just so shiny, makes her smile to think about them.
Taifaname numa.
But let's not speak of that now.
Pala.
She has an idea where the Majut might have gone, as there's no other place it likes as much as its own corner of the open wild. She's even named it the Majut Meadow.
Anora kapapum.
The Majut will recognize the scent you've attracted while being here, so it'll probably trust you enough to follow you.
Tukonda.
You should lead the Majut back here when you find it. It's going to take time to get it calm enough to be able to ride out to the World Eater.
Kudutuku.
She's sad that something as wild as the hoof puff can't be tamed, but has to come to terms with the fact that you need to stop it.
Okay. But even though it is close, that is something for the next episode. You guys, for now, you know it. I really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed this episode, please. Okay, there's definitely still some stuff going on there. Give me a little thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I see ya in the next episode. Until then, have a nice day. Stay frosty. Bye.